I didn't put it. You're the one who said this.
You might want to hit the other one.
There we are.
There you go. You're on it tonight, man.
We all are.
Not.
Welcome to the show.
We all are.
None of us have any patience.
It's because we're dealing with your jackass.
Oh,
fucking
you.
way, dude.
Anyway.
You're terrible to work with.
You are
absolutely terrible to work with.
I don't know,
true.
man.
It's
I know
true.
people that would
You're
say
such
that
a fucking
you are the
diva.
worst.
I am the worst, but
Yes.
I'm admitting
You're
it.
an
though.
absolute
I am
fucking
not. I am not at all at the loss of words for that. I
horrible.
know I'm a terrible person to work with.
Anyway, welcome to SKIDS PODCAST.
I guess-
Tim, shut the fuck up.
I'm not shutting up. I'm doing whatever the fuck.
Oh, okay, now you're shutting the fuck up. SKIDS PODCAST. I'm Shane Kopke. I'm here with Tim Gage.
Gay.
Yes. And Kevin McNichols. Yep, Tim and Kevin, both gay.
Really quiet.
Yeah, it is quiet.
Yeah.
Because whenever the sound's playing,
Yeah, it's just the song.
The song's playing over.
The song,
it mutes
and
it.
I actually do believe the song should
Try
be
it
a
again.
little bit louder.
They're both gay.
See, now
The-
it's
but
louder.
the reason I
'Cause
think
the
the song
music's
should be a
playing.
little
Yeah.
bit louder at the beginning of the show is because it fucking it makes us have energy at the beginning. You have to speak up.
What?
Not as loud as though it was when it ran through the computer. That was terrible.
Yeah, that was.
That sounded like trash.
That was you working your magic. Remember?
That was not me. That was you that suggested that.
What do you mean?
You were
Making
the one
it
that-
super fucking loud.
No, you were the one that suggested to run the computer sounds as a separate thing.
Oh yeah, you're talking
That's
about.
why-
as a
that's why it
second
was so
input on-
fucking
on
loud.
the OBS.
Yeah. There was
Well,
no way to mix it.
We were trying to figure out if we could actually make our.
That would've been cool if we could've.
microphones have each individual
That would be awesome. But
mixers
that did
for
not work.
OBS, but unfortunately, OBS doesn't know how to detect individual
So there-
mics from the actual L8
Yeah.
There
No,
are
It
some
just
Yet.
takes them all. Yeah.
yet.
there are some programs that do that.
Yeah.
The problem is like none of us know how to use any
Yet.
of it. One of them's an Adobe one that does fucking all of it. Like it'll actually have every individual fucking track from this, and we can put it in there and actually set the levels perfectly throughout.
That
the
would be
whole thing.
nice.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
imagine you have a lot of hard work ahead of you when it
Yeah.
comes to working with this jackass
Mo-
here.
most, yeah, whatever,
Fucking
cunt. Most of the programs though that I've seen, you still have to fucking do the editing at the end and line everything
Well,
up.
again, that's the whole reason we got the mixer was to be able to mix a little bit more before it's
Yeah.
production.
Well, I mean, the only we had to.
And we're just now realizing how to use a mixer
Yeah.
properly. That's
Yeah.
the thing. is
Well-
learning how to use it properly.
Well, I also didn't realize that when you put it into mixer, it actually would mix it the way it would
mixer
fucking.
makes it a mixer.
I didn't. I thought you could actually mix it all straight from the other one and just be fine.
Yeah,
So and we
it's a
didn't-
nice upgrade, I have to say.
we
And I've
defi-
learned so much about that machine. It's fantastic.
and we did not have the right settings the first time. I'm telling you. Because when
Uh,
we first recorded it, remember we had you record it and we couldn't mix the computer side
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, you were telling me that
Oh,
didn't
this
happen.
wasn't acting as a mixer for the computer
No.
sounds at the time.
At
but
the
now
time,
it
it
is.
wasn't. Now it is, and it's fucking so much better.
Yeah.
So much better because
Yeah.
being able to actually hear what is actually going to come out on the other end, nice.
Yeah, is that muted? No, that's just
What?
you had a settings. You
Yeah,
were
this
working
is
on
just the
Kevin's
selected.
settings, Yeah.
Yeah, one of them's going to be selected no matter what because I could push it
Be
again.
kind
It
of
does
cool to
nothing.
get some instruments plugged in there at some point. You know, have some
I could play my
musical,
guitar.
musical guests show up.
I'll play the guitar.
That'd be cool, dude. It'd actually be kind of cool to have a musical show or something like that. You know, some talent.
I've got one saved on here. We could use the phone. Could play my song I wrote. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, it's not terrible. It's just I played it very
No,
sloppy.
Shane, play us a song. Don't say that about yourself, Shane. No,
I'm the best.
You're
No,
so
see, but
good.
that's the thing.
Everybody loves you.
I don't do that. If Jake was here, he would be like, "Yeah, I'm the best. I'll play anything."
Oh, of course.
He thinks he's gonna get on America's Got Talent. It
He
drives me
probably
nuts.
should, dude. I'd like to see him get on that show.
Yeah, I want to see the beginning when they go, "Yeah, you fucking suck, you fucking lunatic."
He wouldn't even get recorded. I'm sure he'll be one of
I
those, one of the thousands that
Yeah.
don't actually get camera time.
Well,
yeah.
try- it-
you have to get chosen out of all those people.
You
to
have to have a
actually
look.
get on the team.
One, you have to have a look.
No,
and
but
you
ca-
have to have a sound.
But Jake is crazy enough. I don't know. Does America's Got Talent do the fucking lunatics?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, they do.
But it was
Well,
whatever gets some ratings, so I'm sure.
So no,
Yeah.
Jake would be. I'm not joking. He would be one of the lunatics.
Oh, probably.
He
yeah.
he would talk to it'd be like, "Yo, you guys don't know what you're talking about." No, you're right. The people that fucking are record producers have
Yeah,
no fucking
yeah.
clue.
Threatens
They're all-
him as he's
yeah, I know.
walking out. You guys have a good day.
Yeah.
Be safe out there.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy your walk to your car.
Yeah.
You're like,
some
I,
weird
I,
shit like
I got
that.
driven here. I
What
don't
the
like,
fuck does that mean, bud?
I take a limo every day.
That's fine. I've got bodyguards.
I'm gonna walk to my car. Would you put a bomb on
Who
it?
hosts
I might
that?
have.
I'm trying to think of who hosts that now.
I don't know,
America's
dude.
Got Talent.
Because it was
I
a
haven't-
revolving door. I think.
I think they
Howie
changed it
Katy
Mandel.
up.
Perry
Yeah.
did it for a while,
Was-
didn't she?
Howie Mandel was on there for a while.
I think-
Oh, yeah.
uh,
What the fuck was he
yeah.
doing on there?
I don't know. I've seen him twice in
I'm
live.
surprised
comedy.
he even goes outside. He's so agoraphobic, man.
That guy's fucking.
He's
weird
not
as shit,
agoraphobic.
dude.
I thought that's what he was. He was
No,
like afraid of
you're
germs and
thinking
everything,
Jeff
everything
Goldblum.
else.
I thought
Jeff
agoraphobic was
No.
afraid of going outside.
Well, I mean,
He's not an
well,
agoraphobe.
oh, he's a germaphobe.
Germaphobe.
Oh, okay.
Big
okay,
time
gotcha,
germ.
Gotcha.
You know why he shaves his head?
No.
Because he's a germaphobe.
Uh,
Because
Because I know
your
he wears
hair
the gloves
follicles,
and all that
your
shit.
hair follicles actually fucking contain a lot of bacteria and bullshit and all that stuff. So he shaves all that shit off in order to fucking stay away from it.
Imagine what his balls look like.
Yeah,
Probably shorn.
it just looks like two Howie Mandel heads down
They're
there.
not even wrinkly at all. They're just smooth.
Botox balls.
He probably did. You know what? There's some bacteria that can build up in those things.
Dude.
I bet his meatus is
see, I
terrible
don't know
too.
if he'd do Botox because he's, you know.
But I will say though, his comedy live is actually fucking good.
I'm not denying
My
that, but-
my mom didn't like it because she took me both times because she gets free tickets to casinos.
Yep.
And she took me both times, and both times he does a lot of crowd work. She doesn't like crowd work. And I'm like, I love crowd work when it's good.
When
he's
it's
good
not-
at it.
When it's not directed at you.
I don't, go ahead and make fun of me. I don't give a shit.
All right. Until you do.
When?
I don't know. You're fucking weird, dude.
You're weird.
See? Look at that.
Dude, you know what?
Got defensive as fuck.
A buddy of mine.
Crowd work would not work for you.
A
Damn
buddy
it.
of mine told me a story when he
No,
went and
that's
saw
not-
Bob Saget
damn it.
live, and Bob Saget just targeted him the whole
Dude.
show and made fun of him the entire show. Apparently, people that were there were talking about it later on like the internet and stuff about it, going like, "Hey man, what you got anything
Did
else
you-
to say about Aaron?"
you-
'Cause
did
he
you
just
watch the-
butchered him the whole night?
Did you watch his HBO special?
That's great.
No, not his most not the most.
It
recent
wasn't.
one before
I
he
don't think
died.
it was the most recent one. I think it was the one before that.
I might have seen it then.
But it was great because he does a song about Uncle Joey and all that shit. And he does.
Oh, I
yeah,
did
yeah,
see that
okay.
one, yeah,
Remember when he's
yeah.
talking to the guy doing crowd work, and he's talking to this dude, and he's like, "What's your name? Can you say that again? What's your name, sir? Can you say your name again?" And then he says it, and he's like, "Can you get a fucking name I can hear?" And I loved it because then he just fucking dialed in on this. It's kind of like what you're talking
he
about. It
targets
wasn't an
someone- yeah,
Aaron,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's not the same guy,
Right,
but it was
right.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
No, Bob Saget was.
He was great.
He is so hit or miss though with it because he just fucking tries to say the most fucked up thing, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think he does a lot of improv in his fucking comedy.
Mm.
I don't think he does a lot of, like, I know he's got his set bits, especially his songs. I mean, you don't just improv a song.
Sure.
God damn it, what's the name of that comedian that does nothing but songs?
Oh, which one?
Stephen Lynch.
Stephen Lynch, I remember him.
All of
Yeah,
his songs
yeah.
are fucking
They're-
hilarious.
Yeah, they're all funny, but yeah, you're right. He only does songs.
Yes, and there's no song on his where you're like, oh, that's all improvised. No, they're all very specific,
Yeah.
very, even a song about the abortion.
Oh, yeah,
that's
I
my-
remember that one.
That's my favorite one. Have you heard that one?
No. I
It's
think I'm familiar
great.
with the guy who is he sing country style music?
No.
No. It's
Because there's another
He
comedian
does
that does, like,
acoustic.
country
Yeah, it's
stuff.
I
acoustic
think I know
guitar.
who you're talking- I don't vaguely know who you're
Yeah.
talking about.
But he has stand up line with it too. But
Yeah,
he'll
Stephen
break
Lynch
into a
does it.
song every now and then.
Stephen Lynch does nothing but guitar work.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, Stephen Lynch is probably good enough at the guitar and actually singing that he could have just had a career as a singer.
Sure,
songwriter,
he probably could have, yeah.
which is kind of
Uh,
funny.
But, hey, I like the way he went because most of his stuff is really good.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I don't think you'll make anywhere near the amount of money you could make as a singer-songwriter. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're Weird Al. But Weird Al
yeah,
somehow
yeah.
ended up making mainstream.
Well, yeah, and Weird Al, he sort of became his own thing, you
Well,
know, when
and he was such a novelty act. Because, like, you hear his album once, you're not like, oh, you better listen to all that again.
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
But the thing is, though, a lot of the singers...
I bought a couple of
lot
his CDs.
Yeah.
yeah, but how
But-
often did you listen to
But
it?
With friends.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
what
of
I mean.
a lot of the like famous singers and stuff have said if Weird Al makes a parody of one of your songs, you've made it.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Oh, you made,
Well,
like-
he's
Cool
become
J-
like
no,
a
no,
barometer for
Who
that.
was the guy that got pissed at him about that? for
That would be
Gangster's Paradise.
that would
Coolio.
be
Coolio, yeah. And then
He
fucking
hated it.
he dove after that, dude.
He hated it.
His
Dude,
popularity
and
tanked
before that
after
motherfucker died, he looked like he was homeless.
Yeah, he was making spots on TikTok channels for famous TikTokers.
Was he really?
Yeah, this couple that live out in St. Helens. He showed up there for one of their TikToks.
Jesus, he can't be as bad as Andy Dick, man. Andy, have you heard of
Kathy
Andy
Griffin's
Dick's
trying to make a
been-
fucking comeback too.
Andy Dick? No, Andy Dick is like
Yeah, but I can
living
see
in.
Kathy doing it.
He's like fucking couch surfing with random people.
No, that
because
makes
he's-
sense.
Yeah,
He's a
piece of
fucking
shit.
nut.
yeah. But he used to be, he was in movies and
Yes,
all
but
kinds
he
of
was
stuff.
always fucked up and crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
'Cause
typecast
I
a
don't,
lot. He
not
had
just
no
not just typecast. He was always crazy enough to where people didn't want to work with him.
That's it.
But he was
yeah.
still getting jobs somehow.
He was
like,
sucking dick, I'm sure.
that was probably part of it.
Well, no,
but
and also
Rogan talked about working
Yeah.
with him and said it was a nightmare most
Yeah,
of the time.
because the thing is, like, I think he's bi, so he just goes after everyone. And,
Yeah, that was kind of the joke he was
is
making.
that, okay.
That's
anyway,
fine. You
whatever,
don't have to
whatever.
listen to me
Anyway,
Don't worry, you don't have to
So,
get it.
I mumble and mutter all the
well-
time,
well,
so I'm not
That
heard.
is true.
There was this one guy, I forget who it was, but he got an interview about Andy Dick's behavior and stuff, and he said, yeah, I was on the set, and Andy Dick just came up and literally stuck his hand down my pants and shoved a finger up my ass.
That sounds like Andy
He's
Dick.
like-
I've
he-
heard fucking crazy shit. that he's done.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
No, I thought he was hilarious in Old School. Was it Old School?
I don't think he was
I
an
don't-
old.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
think
Old
he's
School.
in
It's the
Old
Will
School.
Ferrell movie where he. I think it was Old School.
He was in that.
Was he?
Yes,
Old
he was
School?
the guy teaching the chicks how to do a blowjob.
Yes, yes. Okay, you're right.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
right.
That
Yeah.
scene was but he was
Yeah.
literally in it for like 2 minutes, and it's probably because
Yeah.
nobody could put up with him longer than that, but they knew that it would be gold for that one scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's generally how, after his success in the early 90s, or mid 90s, I can't remember which, but
It was
his early success
yeah, something
kind
like
of
that.
turned into like he's got a 2-minute part here and there.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Just because nobody wants him on set for very long.
Yes, because
yeah.
he's a fucking nut.
Can you imagine to be insufferable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just his voice would be
Yeah.
terrible.
He- Yes.
his
It's kind of
sassy
shrill.
attitude and
It's
all
kind
that
of
shit.
shrill.
Yeah, it's
Well,
no,
because like
good.
there was these I don't know if they were, I think they were Twitch streamers or something. They had him living with them for a little while, and like
Yes, I
apparently
heard
he,
about that shit. He
Apparently
was a
he like
fucking
fucking
nut.
raped a dude that they had, a friend of theirs they had over. He got him all fucked up, and when the guy was asleep, he fucking was fondling him and
As one does.
you know. And the dude woke up the next day, and he came in. He was like, "Dude, I think there's something really wrong. Like, I think something happened to me
Yeah,
last night." Like,
Is Andy Dixon toe on
yeah,
his asshole?
yeah.
Sitting there soaking.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's funny because I didn't know what that was until a few years ago, but you grew up with that shit. Was that a thing when you were a kid?
No.
Yeah, actually, I only found out about that not so.
Well, that's
not so
because
long
it's
ago
now
either.
everywhere for some
Yeah.
fucking reason.
I learned about it from that show Workaholics.
See, I
When
didn't.
they had the gay couple living with him.
Dude, that show was hilarious.
And he's looking at the guys like, "Are you inside him right now? What are you guys doing?" He's like, "No, we're just soaking." He's like, "Ugh."
So I had a friend from work that I told him to watch Tosh.0 because it was a funny fucking show.
Yeah.
And he told me you should check out Workaholics.
Yeah, it's a great.
Right?
show.
That's
So-
a good show.
I watched Workaholics. He watched Tosh.0, and we both text each other like not too long after. We're like, dude, that's the gayest stuff I've ever seen. Because the episode he had me watch of Workaholics was the one where they were like wrestling and trying not to get boners.
I didn't see that one.
No, the one where they're jacking off in the car together.
Yeah.
That one was fucking great. It's like, oh man, his pre's worse than his pre will fill an Otter Pop sleeve. Or something like, it's like, holy shit. And the curly haired guy's in the back seat. He has to strip down naked in order to
They're
fucking
supposed
jack
to.
off.
They were supposed to make a movie.
They did.
Did they
Oh, they
actually
did?
make it?
Yeah, they made a movie. Well, it wasn't them as workaholics, but it was them.
No,
as,
no,
as-
they're supposed to make a Workaholics movie.
Oh, because they did one where they were like hotel cleaners, and the hotel got
yeah, no,
taken
they
over.
were 100% supposed to make a Workaholics movie at one point.
I'm wondering if that one Adam Devine guy probably got too popular and kind of looked.
No, because he was talking about it. He was like, it just it got greenlit, and then something happened, and you know,
That happens.
it had
all the
nothing to
time
do
with
with
stuff.
because he does podcasts. I think with those guys. I think they
does?
do a podcast together, all three of
Wait.
them.
Yeah, the thing is though, in Hollywood, that kind of shit happens all
Yes.
the time, where something gets
there's-
greenlit and then it gets canceled.
There's
for some
probably
reason, or
good
whatever.
movies sitting on a shelf somewhere
Oh,
that none of us will ever see.
they are
Yeah, it was
literally
canceled
are,
5 weeks after
absolutely.
it was greenlit.
Yeah, I knew something weird happened, but yeah, that would have been fucking cool because it was a funny ass show.
Yeah,
You know,
I still the one I remember the most is when they're having to pass a UA So they go through all this shit to fucking try to get like clean piss.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they end up just mixing all the piss together.
Yes, and then everybody pops out.
Everyone's
Yeah.
pregnant.
That's the one where he climbed through the ceiling
Yeah.
and then dropped down into the
Yes,
fucking like closet where it was all hidden.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's right. He
That was
pulls
a
that
fucking great
that
episode.
line
Yeah,
from,
I remember that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It reminds me. You guys ever watch what was it, Silicon Valley?
Yeah, I watched
I've
that
never
a lot
seen
too.
that.
That was good.
Dude, it
I'm
was,
Until they
not-
lost
so
T-
it was-
TJ. What's his name?
TJ
TJ Miller.
TJ Miller.
It was
when he
very-
left, it was dumb. After
it was
that.
kind of similar to Workaholics in a sense, but had a more serious overtone.
It was very
like it's-
smartly writ.
Yeah,
written. Yeah.
No, go with Rit.
All right.
Why not?
Very smartly written.
Rit.
And that was because that was a guy who did Beavis and Butthead.
Oh,
and-
Mike Judge.
Yeah, Mike Judge.
Yeah, he's.
directed that.
I
or
see.
produced it.
okay.
I hated Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
I just never
I
got
liked
into
it when I was a kid.
Well,
I never got into it.
He's got some good movies. I mean, he's got
Yeah.
he's got,
Idiocracy?
Idiocracy's
Extract.
excellent.
Extract was a good one that he did with
I don't
oh
think I
my
saw
goodness
that one.
sakes. And then the other one of how am I blanking on this?
I'm blanking on it too.
The Office Space.
Oh,
Yeah.
Office Space was
yeah,
great. Yeah,
that was a fantastic
And you know where
movie.
that originally started from?
Him.
No, I know that. The character where it originally started
Oh
from.
no, I don't know.
Milton.
I don't know the lore of it.
Milton.
Oh, Milton.
There was
yes.
I think
Oh,
it was
cartoon.
a comic strip or
Yeah.
cartoon or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
remember that.
So he had that, and then he created this whole external world
Yeah.
that he focused on, and Milton was the side character
Yeah.
in, which was kind of cool. It's cool that like it started from this one character that is not the focal point.
Right.
Yeah.
That's I like that when I found that out, and like then he burns the fucking place down
I'm gonna set
Like-
the building on fire.
Excuse me. I believe you have my stapler.
because they wouldn't fucking they fired him
I
many
said
months
no
ago.
salt, but she brought salt anyway.
Very large grains
Dude,
of
that
salt.
guy's a great character actor.
Stephen Root.
Yes.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's fucking great in
character.
He's
everything.
great.
Yeah.
In,
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I was thinking the newer show.
Buster Scruggs.
Was
I
he in
haven't seen
Buster
that one.
Scruggs?
He sure was. He was the banker.
I'm gonna have to
Pan
watch that
shot.
again.
Pan shot.
That's a fucking cool movie.
Yeah.
What's that fucking
No,
show?
come
man?
on, Kevin, you
Goddamn.
got it. We were just talking about it 4 episodes ago.
I
You
know.
should know this.
It's got what's his name?
It's a show.
What's
and
his name?
His name's.
It's on
it-
HBO.
It's also
What's his name?
Obama's
I
first
can't
name.
remember anybody but Stephen Root.
It's a show.
Yeah,
It's a TV show
yeah.
with a famous actor
There's like-
from
Or the
SNL.
fucking dude as like this
If you-
this like karate guy has
Is
a
it-
crazy daughter that's like a little
Yeah.
fucking
Hey,
beast.
Is it one of those movies that like you or shows?
Barry, thank
Damn it.
you, thank
I was
you.
gonna
You
say-
fucking asshole.
I was gonna say, is it one of those shows that like you kind of want to go outside and pick off of vines or something, get some berries?
What
Yeah,
you do when your
I
dog
haven't-
dies, you bury it.
Yeah, I haven't watched the last season of it.
You know what? I fell off of it as well.
That's
This
the
is after he's in jail.
See, I
Okay.
didn't get to that part.
Yeah.
I just
I-
remember the first
I did
two
see that
seasons.
season.
First 2 seasons were great.
He's sitting there. He's like, that guy's here to kill me, and it's Fred Armisen.
yeah, yeah, and he's all nervous.
He has a weapon on him right now. He's trying to kill me, and all the other officers are like, "What are you talking about?" And they look over at him. He's like, "Did you bring this guy?" He's like, "No, I don't know who that guy is." Sure enough, Fred Armisen comes after him and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Well, now I don't need
His
to see it.
his powers of observation are fantastic.
Yeah.
And again, another very well written show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
that was
so
awesome.
fucking smart.
Well,
And you can miss a lot if you. I mean, that's the beauty of it. A really well written show means you can rewatch it
and my
and catch new shit
my
that you missed
favorite
before.
favorite character in it. What? Oh God, why can't I remember the guy's name? The bald dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm not
no
gonna
ho,
even
no
look
ho,
at, yeah,
Hank.
no ho Hank.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hank, yeah.
My favorite scene of his is still going into the fucking that clothing store. He's like, "Hey Barry, it's me. I'm in disguise." He's like, "I fucking know it's you." He just looks exactly
Because I'm
the
wearing
same.
the wig, you
yeah,
can't see
yeah,
it.
he's just got a blonde wig on, and he's
looks
wearing a Hawaiian.
terrible.
He's wearing your Hawaiian shirts.
Yep.
that you decided that was your look,
Well, you got to explore your options.
or just dress like a normal human being.
But there's folks that wear Hawaiian shirts.
Yes, but that's their identity already.
What's
you tried
normal?
creating a fucking identity on the show.
I was wearing them outside of the show.
Oh, I just remember Kevin's costume that he wore.
Oh yeah, for Halloween, fantastic.
Oh,
costume.
super great.
yeah.
We wore the
He
same.
kept wearing it weeks after.
Yeah.
Too. It was weird as shit, right?
He
Every
wore it-
episode, he kept wearing it.
He
He's
wore
like,
it
"Oh, is this
constantly.
a-
He's
is
like,
that
"Look, I
costume?"
put some dirt on my face. I'm homeless." I'm like, Kevin, you work as a landscaper. You have dirt on your face every
It's
time you
July.
fucking
What the
show up.
fuck are you talking about?
I'm wearing a tank top because that's what homeless people wear. Like, I guess, since you're fucking hanging out with one lately. Kevin,
Yeah, how's
update us
how's
on
our
that.
boy doing? You got some stories on him, right? What
Well-
what was his name again?
Bobby.
What would we come up
Yeah,
with? I still say that's a good
It
one.
was close to Bobby Buglia, but
Buglia,
but it was something else.
Bobby Glue Eyes.
Bobby Glue Eyes.
Bobby,
Yeah.
Bobby
Glue
Gluia.
Eyes, yes.
Bobby Gluia.
Because it's Bublia. We'll call him Bobby Gluia.
Yeah, I still like Glue
Well,
Eyes.
So what happened to him? How did he get this new nickname? I'm setting you
yes,
up.
yes. I remember.
Let me pull this thing out of my ass.
Yeah, right?
Kevin's trying to take a shit in the chair over there.
That's my chair,
I'm
Kevin.
fucking
Come
half
on, take it
asleep.
easy right there.
So
Streaking over there. Yuck.
So
Jesus Christ,
he was
man.
he was sharpening. He started off by sharpening his.
He's alive,
knife.
just so everyone
Okay,
knows.
set it up
Alive
a little
and
bit
well.
before
Okay,
that.
okay, so
like he showed up to
he-
your house
yes,
out of nowhere.
he
That
showed
would be
up,
where you'd
yes.
start the story.
Well,
I'm
Instead of,
alive.
he's just sharpening a stick.
Well, no. I actually,
where did you see him?
So at first, he actually didn't just show up out of nowhere. He texted me from his mom's phone.
Which is weird because his
Terry?
mom's the one that told everyone that he
Terry?
was dead.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Terry.
So the thing is,
That's weird. So now they're
right? I
everything's
thought-
fine now.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Oh, well,
fucking
that's
weird
good.
too. So then,
Let's move on.
he brought her
He's
drugs.
good now.
It's-
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
That's exactly what happened.
So
Oh, you're
then-
well now.
She's like, Bobby ended up cleaning out my spittoon so he could stay on the couch for a night.
so I didn't reply.
I don't know why
and,
she's got a southern
and then he
accent.
just showed up to the house like
Well, yeah, because
a half hour
that's
later.
how homeless people communicate. They just show up.
yeah.
So
What was he going to do? Email you or something like that? Or
He
send a
texted him.
courier?
He's going to send a pigeon.
Yeah.
smoke signals would be nice.
Well, yeah, they do
There's
have a lot of fucking
lot
fires.
smoke
Yeah.
signals.
That's the
Sure,
problem,
sure.
though, Kevin. They're all doing smoke signals. He thought the traffic was too much.
Yeah.
So he's got to go.
Okay,
He's
fair
got to go a
enough,
different
fair
route.
enough, fair
Yeah.
enough. I get
Too many smoke signals.
that. So anyway, he shows up and tells me about how he's been helping all these homeless people.
Yeah,
and
no,
that his
he's-
mission. He's like got this mission that he's been helping.
He's
all
the
these
homeless
people.
missionary, Bobby.
And then he told me about how there's like an underworld in Vancouver where we live, like this underworld. No, like an
Like a
underworld
fight-
of
like a fight club?
of like homeless criminals and all these other things. Like
Oh, I
apparently-
believe that.
Apparently, there's like homeless trafficked women that other homeless men traffic.
Oh, yeah.
he was claiming. So
Yeah, one of them was outed from Portland not too long ago. Actually.
Really?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
actually sounds
That's real.
reasonable.
wow,
That's
wow.
real.
Well, I guess when you are homeless and you start hanging out in those
Yeah, but you
circles,
gotta remember,
probably run into people
It's
like
just
that.
levels of criminality. They're all criminals.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm labeling them all. What are they going to do? Listen to the show? They don't have anything.
Right.
I don't care.
Well,
No,
maybe
they're
a-
in their tent going, that motherfucker.
yeah, they're like, Skids
yeah.
Podcast was my favorite because I'm on the Skids.
Yeah. possibly a stolen phone.
Yeah, well,
'Cause,
possibly.
okay, that's one thing.
No,
Bobby
they went
did.
into Motorola
So-
and got it.
Yeah. Well, no, he
It's an
handed
Obama
me this.
phone.
He hands me
That's
this
possible.
other person's phone because when I, looked at it when you open up the main page and it's got this
It's got
elderly
somebody
man.
else's family on
yes,
there.
yes, an elderly man and and it looked maybe his daughter, and they're just like arms over their shoulders, like smiling.
I would assume it's
And-
not even his daughter. It's a stolen phone straight up. It's not his kid.
Well, yeah.
That's my
He-
guess.
That's what he was
Yeah.
saying. It's
No,
a
that's
picture
what I'm
of
saying.
an elderly
Some
man.
other man
Oh,
and
so-
his
okay,
that guy's
I
daughter.
thought you were
mean.
referencing Bobby.
I didn't make
Okay.
it clear. Yeah. So
that
anyway,
makes more sense.
So then he asked me if I know how to hack into a phone and how to reset it, and I was like, why?
Because,
Why?
Kevin,
and,
I go to you for all my hacking advice.
And I was like,
He's
well,
hacker
why?
man.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, well, I found this.
Yes,
You found
I
it.
Found this in this guy's pocket
Yeah.
after stabbing him with that knife point. That's what I stab people with.
Actually, it was just a sharpened screw.
It's a knife in their world,
Yeah.
Kevin. This is how primitive
or-
man did it.
A hatchet.
Yeah, that's true. He does walk around with a hatchet a lot.
He walks around with hatchets and in clear view, holstered. And so actually,
Oh,
so
I thought you were going to say keister.
No, he's got something else there.
Yeah, well,
So-
he's got to hide
He's
stuff.
got to have his
So-
prison shit.
He's like, oh shit, I do have more storage.
So he's sharpening his hatchet and is talking, telling me these stories, and
Spinning
stuff.
you a yarn.
Yes, and he ends up making
I
a
just hear
handle.
banjo music every time I hear bobbing anymore.
Well, so he's making a handle out of like rope and tape and other things, and then he uses super glue. I'm guessing just to like secure
He
it.
thought
or
it was
something.
Visine.
Where the
No,
fuck?
yeah.
Where the fuck
But-
did he get super glue?
I had no
I would
idea.
assume that he found it again.
probably found
he's,
it.
he's a very
Yeah, he
resourceful individual.
Yeah, I found all these things. They were just sitting on a
Oh, yeah.
shelf in
No,
a fucking
he had a whole-
convenience store.
He had a whole cart full of found things.
Yes, of course. Because they don't prosecute anyone anymore.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
why.
much true.
It's easy to find stuff at fucking Walgreens
Or
And-
Walmart. Yeah. you
or
can
Yeah.
Walmart or any place
That's
that
why
fucking
they're all
has stuff.
leaving town.
Yeah.
Well, they're all leaving Portland because
Portland,
it's happening
yeah.
far more in Portland.
Yeah,
But at some point, they're going to leave Vancouver,
I'm
too.
sure. I'm sure.
Although I don't think
the
it's as
bridge
bad
isn't
here.
that far.
No,
to
it's
tread.
definitely-
No, 'cause our officers actually do some effort towards it. They just pick them up and send them to Portland.
That's a good move.
That's what they do.
I don't mind
That's
that.
not a bad
They
idea.
I don't
pick the
mind that
homeless
at all.
that do
Yeah.
bad shit and just, here you go. We'll put you in Portland. Go.
Yeah.
Put them on a
They
rowboat.
like
Go
kick it.
play.
They like you guys there.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
It's
I actually wish they did that. They put them on a rowboat and just kicked it out.
Cla-
Don't
cro-
stop taking to
cross
that
the,
shore.
Cross the Columbia River.
Yeah.
little big guy waiting for you on the other side. He's got one eye, but you'll know who you are.
Yeah.
Man, that would be great.
So
Would love
anyway,
that.
he's making this. He's fashioning this handle, and somehow gets super glue in his eye, and starts wigging out. Like, what do I do? I got super glue in my eye. What do I do? I'm like, go wash it out.
You
Like,
die.
Yeah. Do the other one so you feel the same on both sides.
Got to balance it out.
Yeah. What do you want me to say to that?
Otherwise, you're gonna just run in circles.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. Remember, you ever take a fucking antenna off off an ant?
Yep.
They just move in a circle over and over. That's what they do.
So he eventually
a
got
little fucked up.
the super glue out
It's
of his
what
eye,
happens,
right?
man.
I mean, he's not like a glossy eye now, does he?
No. I mean, I think he washed it. I
He's
think he
got
washed it out
He's
glaucoma.
not
thoroughly.
still there though. He's moved on, right? He's not
No,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is,
no,
so
he's
this is
moved
what Kevin.
living on your porch
I th-
right
no,
now.
no.
I think
not.
we actually talked about this on the phone.
Yeah, I think I was texting you guys.
Yeah, but I think me and you talked about this on
Did
the
we?
phone because Tim was driving me nuts over fucking this shit, and I was like, "Let's call Kevin."
Oh, you did call
and
me.
then
Yeah,
we talked
yeah,
about
yeah.
Bobby, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Wait, what? Where did Bobby come from
Yeah,
in this?"
yeah.
And he's all, "I thought he was moving into my front yard
Yeah, no, seriously, like
because he just started unloading his shit in his front yard."
unloading this cart of stuff and like circling it, getting
Whoa, whoa,
it
whoa,
circled
whoa, Bobby,
around
Bobby,
him and
Bobby.
everything. And yeah, and
What are you doing, bud?
Yeah, and Savannah was looking out the window, going like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
And that's your
That's
his
her cousin.
Yeah.
She's over
Yeah.
there peeking.
Yeah, she's
Someone
like,
call Terry.
Yeah.
Bobby's unloading over here.
but she's like, I went in the house and she's like, "He's not fucking staying, is he?" And I was like, no.
Dude,
I hope
I don't know why, but
Like,
in
and-
this story, he just reminds me of the fucking homeless trinket lady in the Labyrinth.
Oh,
this,
yes,
this,
I remember.
this is great too. Put this on.
Yeah.
I
She's like
figured
carrying
that
all
he-
around all the garbage
I
and
figured,
stuff.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
gonna start doing that to you. He's gonna start adding things to your fucking clothing. Like here, no,
Well,
no,
actually,
you need to
he
carry
did-
this around.
He did give Savannah a little jacket.
That's what I'm
he said-
saying.
he totally-
So he's
totally did
exactly
do
that
that.
fucking
Oh my
chick.
God, dude.
Did you find Huggle in there too? Did he smell like the bog of
The bog
eternal
of eternal
stench?
stench.
Which would be my guess.
Yeah.
You didn't get any of him on you, did you?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Well.
I've showered since. So.
I hope so.
But anyway, so he came over
You can't get that
a few
off.
days. It was a couple days. No, probably like 3 or 4 days later. And he came out and he was just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I was like, well, dude, you need to go to rehab.
yeah,
Like,
that would be a
Yeah.
big start.
You need to go to rehab. And
That's easier said than done,
Yeah. Well,
unfortunately.
but-
That's not. There's plenty of fucking resources. That's the thing.
yeah.
For an addict,
it's
it's not.
willpower that's not the
That's what I
part.
mean.
Yeah, that's the part that
Willpower is-
sucks.
Yeah, and you really gotta want
Yes.
to quit
And if
get your life
he already
together.
hasn't hit rock bottom at rock bottom,
Yeah. Then
his next spot is death. I'm
yeah.
serious.
He's already died twice. He told me.
Well,
was
that-
revived from the
I just don't
Narcan.
buy
Narcan,
that you're
yeah.
dead. They're not
well,
dead.
you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
On the edge of death.
Overdose.
OD'd almost to death.
Yeah.
Basically.
because he likes
Uh,
fucking fentanyl.
Yeah. I think
Well, who
all
doesn't
those
these
homeless
days?
people
Yeah,
do.
that's a fantastic drug, as I
I
understand
mean,
it.
But then, so
I don't know.
so anyway, we're continue talking. And I'm telling him all these things he can do to make his life better and everything, and then,
He's
he-
coming to you for advice. huh?
Well, yeah, well, I
which is
guess.
odd.
Well, I think what he was doing was trying to.
Hey,
get
you don't
me
have a
to-
job or any direction in life. Can you help me out?
What would I do to be in your situation?
to where I can not have a job and just sit around and then say
So-
I'm too busy to do anything.
I have
You're
life
such a
to
fucker.
do.
Just giving you the business, Kevin. I'm just giving you the business.
So anyway,
life.
so
Bobby, do you want
I
life?
went in and I got him. He asked if he has to have some water, so I went and got him a bottle of water, and then and we just keep going around
It's
the
good
same.
that you gave him something disposable, because if you give him a glass, that's just a new trinket.
Oh, exactly. And so we were
100%.
going around in circles in this conversation, and then I think he was trying to like
Wanted you
convince
to
me
invite him
to
in.
let him stay
Yep.
in, and
That's
that
exactly
wasn't
what he was doing.
gonna
Yeah.
happen. And so when he realized that wasn't gonna happen, when I was just like, dude, you need to go to rehab. Like I kept on like pushing that.
Right.
He
Bobby
finally
kept saying,
he
"But
finally
I'll
got
suck your dick."
he
Come
finally
on, man.
got pissed off and just stormed off with his cart.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
You'd be like, "Hey, Bobby,
Pushed his cart away, and I'm like, dude, don't be like that. Come on.
you've got a really nice
and
tarp
he just,
in there.
He just
You can live in that."
stormed off.
Yeah.
Haven't seen or heard from him since.
Well, it's like, dude, there are resources out there if you reach out to the resources.
Right.
But he's reaching out to you like that's not going to help him.
No.
That
because
will not help him.
If he reaches out to Kevin and gets into Kevin's place, not that it's going to happen,
No.
Right.
but he can still get drugs.
Yes,
he can
and
still-
he'll
of
never
course,
leave
he'll still-
Yes.
until
can
he
still
gets
do whatever he wants to
forcibly
do.
removed.
Yeah. That's exactly
Whereas you
right.
talk about a program, or even some of this assistance they do for like housing and stuff, there's
Yeah.
stipulations that they have.
Well, that's
to
the
fulfill.
thing. He's
Yeah.
not going to do the stipulations.
No.
What they're trying to do now, as I understand it, in Portland, is make housing for addicts as well, but under controlled environments.
They've tried that.
Yeah. And it
Doesn't work. What works? So Scandinavian countries have actually. I think there's also
They've
a South.
done pretty well.
I think there's also a South American country that does
Yeah,
this
because that's a
too.
work release thing too.
They legalized every drug, right?
Yeah.
Everything, anything you want, you can have. But if you start causing problems, then they put you into a rehab and they get you a fucking job. Because when somebody finally has purpose in their life, it's weird how they actually want to help themselves.
I'm surprised I don't get him a spouse.
No, I mean I'm sure that could be
Make
arranged.
bums, marry bums.
Yeah, reality show, Tim. We could do this.
Bums on bums. There's got to be a good name for it.
That's
No.
there's got to be a better
But
name.
it's like
That-
the-
it's
you know,
not
like
it's in the right direction.
It's like the wife swap. You give a wife loaner to the homeless guy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What about a play on the word bum, like fanny swap, but relating to bums?
Because Fanny is also a vagina in Britain.
Yeah, but we're not British.
Well, you never know. how it's
Remember,
gonna
we
play
did
out.
defeat them
We
twice.
won international on this.
Does fanny means vagina?
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
British?
Over
I
here it means ass.
would- yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I always. figured
Kevin,
it
you're a
meant.
fanny.
Yeah. So that's pussy for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, Kevin.
They're
I
just a
almost
weird
want to
group
punch
of
you in the
people,
face,
yeah.
but if I wanted to fist a fucking hairy pussy,
Fucking whore.
What?
actually, it should have been said to you.
Yeah.
You're more the hairy pussy.
Thank you. Jesus,
My bad.
Shane.
Sorry, Kevin. I labeled you wrong.
Direct
and-
that the correct
Yeah.
correction, sir.
hairy pussy.
Thank you. Because but we'll come up with some sort of bum swap thing like that.
Yeah, that would actually be a good fucking reality show.
I bet it would
and
do well.
and we can exploit people. And
That's
that
the
sounds
best
fun.
part above it.
Just
That
like
does
bum
sound fun.
fights.
Yeah.
That's the point.
But
of
we're
it.
gonna be classy because we're hooking
Well,
people
there-
up.
That's
you know,
right.
there are so many
We
TikTok
are
channels
giving
dedicated to
people
that, though.
love.
Oh, giving bums money.
Yeah, because they exploit him. There's this one guy, Tattoo Mike. His videos are insane because the guy's fucking insane. And, the dude's just videoing for clicks.
Dude.
And, every now Mike's like, oh, I don't need money. I'm just doing this for God.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah, and it is. The
the-
guy's insane.
Have you seen the fucking? You know how like To Catch a Predator was a thing for the longest
Yeah.
time. Now there's all these fucking like vigilante style versions of that
Yes,
channels
I-
everywhere.
I've
They're
seen a couple of them.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude got killed.
I'm not surprised.
No, this showed up on one of my feeds as well. Like they approached this guy, right? And a bystander was just watching
Yeah.
and overheard what was going on, and he went up to the fucking predator and said, "You like touching kids? I got 2 daughters, man," and socked him in the face. Guy gets knocked out, hits the head on the ground, and
Yeah.
dies.
That's the problem with getting punched.
Yeah, and the thing is there's officers already there.
Yeah.
And the guy just walked
Well,
away
most of the YouTube channels and like reels and shit like that do this stuff,
of security.
they're not even that. They're just fucking they're just a dude that goes out
Yeah.
that doesn't work with the police at all.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
and
this guy's channel, he's very well. I mean, he's got a crew behind
Well,
him.
see,
right?
see, that's the thing. Some of them do work with the police,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but there's a lot of them that don't.
Well,
like
and
we're
some of
talking
them are
about,
just
yeah.
like, you could tell that they're not maybe as big of a piece of shit, but they're pieces of shit too.
Yeah.
Like complete. You know what I'm saying?
There is
like-
that. No, I'm willing to talk to you, but let's go talk outside, or I could call the cops.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that threatening nonsense that
Yeah.
goes involved with it. I mean, yeah, these people are predators and pieces of
Yes.
shit.
For sure.
But it's the way they do it. It's like you almost feel as dirty
In a way.
watching it. You know what I mean?
In a
Like
way,
you're just
yeah.
like, oh, this feels gross.
Yeah.
Like
Especially when the actual predator is, like, there was one where the guy was like,
in a wheelchair.
In a wheel. Did you
Yeah, it's
see
the
that
guy
one?
with the fucking skinny legs. Find that one. That we could watch.
Wasn't that wild?
Yeah, we could watch that
because
one.
he was
This is
he was after a
insane.
14-year-old boy.
Yes, and this guy, you're like, this guy can't do anything.
He's not going to be able to find that. Dude.
Would be on YouTube.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. You can find it.
He might be able to.
Just check on check on Google first and just see what pops up under.
Handicapped child predator.
This is gonna be great that we're gonna have this in the history.
I think that's what it was, though.
Yeah, he was.
Or handy-capable, because we don't want to label. I'm sure that'll be canceled, too.
Watch, it's gonna be like just a shrunk
Yeah,
down.
or a disabled child predator.
That's the one right there.
The one on the top.
yeah.
Yep.
Look at this guy. Like, what was he going to do? He can't even fucking move.
All right, guys. How about
God damn it.
I wish we could all go back to the time when
See if we
social
can find
media
it,
was
the actual
interactive,
video, dude.
Because day after
Because this
day,
is not
there's
gonna.
always
I don't want to
one-
watch somebody commenting on something we're commenting on. It doesn't make a lot of
Maybe
sense.
it's
Don't let it.
disabled guy on. Oh, that's To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, find just view
Is it-
all, or go up there. It's not on To Catch a Predator,
Yeah, no, I know.
Disabled
But this one
TikToker
says To Catch a
reveals.
Predator.
That's another one there. The disabled
but
TikToker
this guy, it's
exposed.
fucking crazy. Like, look,
It's going to be very
I
hard
get
to
it.
find the raw video of that.
Yeah,
I know there was a raw video at some.
I saw it on TikTok, and it was a TikToker that exposed him. So I would say the TikTok link might be the best, where it says "heinous crime exposed."
This one
disabled
right here?
TikToker reveals. Yeah, I think it might be this one because it's the actual TikToker. But
Oh, I think I know who this guy is.
What the fuck? Why did your light turn on?
one of those bulbs is going bad.
Well, then turn it the fuck off. I thought we were
God
not
damn it,
using
I
that.
was fucking-
Why are we not using the lighting?
I completely forgot it.
Well,
again.
so did I. God
Yeah,
damn it.
Yeah, so.
We suck at this.
So is this it?
That's the guy.
Yeah, that's
but
the
that's
guy,
not the
but
raw
that-
video.
Yeah, that's not the raw video,
I don't
unfortunately.
think we're
But you
gonna-
might be able to find the raw video if you clicked on TikTok and the original video.
We're on
What
TikTok.
he stitched. Wait, how do we have TikTok on this?
Well, we're as a guest on here.
Oh,
So,
okay. It's a tough one to find. Like I said, we might be half of the show trying to find the actual written main video.
I mean, it's not hard to find, actually. I just found it.
See, I think that's what if we hadn't been working more production. I'm telling you, I could do a lot of TikTok stuff.
I just found it.
Pop images up too as we're talking about it.
What
That'd
did
be so
you,
fucking
search
cool.
It's
for?
on TikTok. It just says pet arrested for inviting 13-year-old boy at his place, part 1. But all I did is type in wheelchair predator caught
Oh, okay, here we go. I'll do that.
because you just type in words that work.
under TikTok.
No, you just type it in under
'Cause
fucking.
he's
No,
searching
not
on
on TikTok. Just type it in under fucking the
We said
regular.
it was
shit.
on TikTok.
It's on TikTok, but you can't go through TikTok to find it. They probably make those words not usable on there.
Yeah, there's a lot. You have to, like you say, can't kill.
Yes, there's a lot of things you can and cannot say.
And we want to save the children with that app.
Yeah, no, they just want to ruin America because it's China. Although I'm now actually on the side of don't ban TikTok.
Yeah, because it's freedom of speech.
Yep. I was initially like, I get it, the espionage and all that shit.
Which one of these is it?
It's I think the 127. Yep, 127.
What?
127.
There was one that was just up top that said 127. 1
Yeah,
minute 27
It
seconds.
says 111.
Yeah, that's the TikTokers.
Yeah,
talking
well,
about it.
maybe that's the one because
That's the one we were
I
just
have
on.
The
I have one that
disabled
says
guy on
127.
Well, this is gonna be fun.
yeah. I mean, it's
Again,
what did
this-
you type in? Wheelchair predator caught? Okay.
Yeah.
So you at least got the same thing. Weird. I don't know why it's
Yeah,
not
see,
fucking
this is
finding
just
it.
a guy commenting
Mine-
on it.
This guy's commenting on. They're all just guys commenting on it.
Yeah,
as
mine.
as are we.
Mine doesn't have it. So I
What
mean,
is that one that says when a disabled child predator realizes he's been caught? You've
That's
already
the one we
clicked it.
clicked on.
Yeah, that's the one-
That's
no,
the one
that's
where the
the
guy
one that-
was talking.
We
How
don't
about
want
gay
that
guy in
shit.
wheelchair and predators? Yeah, gay guy in wheelchair predator caught. What's that one? Because the guy's gay, obviously. Oh, there's several options here. So yeah, take your pick.
Yeah, start
Top
with
left.
the first one. That would be the one that I would check.
Okay.
Look at that handsome fella. Jesus, looks like he got hit.
How come we're not hearing any audio from it?
Because
Hold
it's
on, I'm
not.
gonna click on
He's
it.
not. He doesn't have it pulled up. That's just a preview.
Came here to
Oh.
have a conversation with you, man, because obviously you understand. what
Bringing
you're
it up
doing,
on
right?
the. Okay, cool.
So can we talk about this, or? Yeah, dude. Okay, where do you want to go?
I mean, it's like
You want to have a conversation?
His hair's all done up nice. Who combed his hair?
he's.
Okay, so I'm
He's
filming,
like,
so you can't.
"Aw,
say that I
man,
hurt
did you bring the
asking for money,
condoms?"
anything like
Damn
that?
it.
Okay. Do you understand that I'm not the person that you invited over here tonight? Do you understand that yet?
I think you can tell you're not 13, dude.
So, how old was the person that you did invite over here tonight?
I don't know.
He said he was 18.
Of course, they always say
They
that.
always
Surprised
say
you by
that.
the
He
whole
said he was
conversation.
exactly
Honesty's
the
obviously
age of
best
consent.
policy.
But yeah,
You wanna
this
talk
is
about
also
this?
covering
No,
the guy who's talking to him.
So do you want to talk about this or no?
No, I don't.
His
Okay, so you just
attitude
want me to go
really
outside and call
pisses
the
me
cops?
off.
No, you don't need
Why?
You want to talk about him? You want to talk about it really quick?
to be on his way.
Just really
Yeah.
fast and aggressive and all that.
Yeah.
I think there's a better way to handle it.
What'd you
Chris
tell him?
Hansen handles it the best.
Do you want to talk
Yeah,
about
have a
but Chris Hansen
conversation.
was also
This is a
doing it
very
on
serious situation,
NBC.
don't you think?
Well, I think that's how it should be handled too. A little bit more.
Yeah, you think these freelance guys are gonna be like, dude? There's one out of Philadelphia that's insane.
Yeah.
The guy goes, "Hey, what's up, motherfucker? You child predator and shit." Like that's basically how he talks to everybody.
It's funny you bring that up.
And he
too.
caught one wrong person.
No, I'll call the cops.
Like he started
No,
fucking
no,
like
I'm gonna call the cops.
saying he was
Call
gonna
the
beat the
cops,
shit
call
out of a
the
guy.
cops. No problem. Dude. Came here to have a conversation
poor
with you,
guy.
man, 'cause obviously you
Handsome,
understand what you're
right?
doing,
Yeah, it's fucking wild though. That like, to be honest, like, what's that guy actually gonna be able to do?
Yeah, like what is he going to do?
I,
I just need someone to push me around in my chair.
Yeah,
That's,
it's like I was just hoping. I don't know. I can't move my arms. It's like what the fuck, dude. I mean, look.
he
Obviously
definitely has that
fucked
whole
up.
Michael Jackson thing where he was probably disabled as a child, never had a childlike past or history, and wants to relive that with children.
By fucking them.
Yeah, that was Michael Jackson
how would he even do that though?
because he didn't have a childhood. He was a star the whole time. So
No,
he
I
never-
know.
No,
he
I
was
mean
like
the
8
wheelchair
years
guy.
old,
How
but-
how would he even fuck him? I don't get it.
I mean,
He puts
it's
objects on his wheelchair.
Really,
and
something
then
I
just
don't
drives
want.
at them.
I don't want to imagine it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's a very valid
like-
question.
Like
He's like, no, I've got a vibrator mode on my wheelchair.
Yeah, I'm using it right now. That's
Yeah.
why I'm smiling.
Yeah.
he was smiling like the whole time, even when he
Yeah, it's
realized.
one of those uncomfortable, awkward smiles.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
"Ah."
No, my wheelchair actually has a butt plug built in.
There's funny you bring up the TikTok thing and child predators too, because there's this one character I follow. Well, I don't follow him, but he shows up on my feed occasionally.
I'm sure.
He's some slick Rick guy in a fancy car and all that. Always has hot girlfriends, but they're very young, and he has them dressed very childish.
Yeah.
His latest girlfriend is one of the shorter gals, and he loves picking her up, loves
What do you
kissing
mean
her.
shorter?
She's like 27, or no, I'm sorry, 23 years old,
Okay.
but she's a short person. She's not a midget. She's just short.
Well, it depends. I mean, there is a line.
She looks like a normal human being,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
shrunk down.
My ex was like that. She was
Okay.
like, she's like 4
But
foot
he loves
8,
picking
but
her up,
fucking looked
loves
like a
kissing her on
normal
the
chick.
cheek and all that, and essentially treating her like a child.
Well, the one that was the
Well,
creepiest.
let me carry on with
That's
this
weird.
because
That
what I'm
one.
saying is I'm he disables certain comments on his page. You can do that. It's like I don't want certain comments.
Well, yeah,
posted.
I don't want to look like a piece
So
of shit.
what I've been doing is I've been complimenting him, but in the first letter spells out the word.
Oh, and then just going down.
Yeah, so pedophile.
So you start with N.
yeah, so pedophile is like this person seems professional, educated, really determined.
Yeah.
And the guy responds like, "Thanks, man. I really appreciate that." It's like, and then everyone's liking my comment on it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add more for a Chimo or some other thing.
What you need to do is comment fast enough to where each letter, as you scroll down, if
I don't
you
want it
can
to be
fucking
too
fi-
obvious because he can
Oh,
delete
if
it.
you could do that, it would
Yeah.
be so great.
I want to compliment him heavily, so he's thinking, he's just the shit.
Yeah. So he
But-
doesn't. So he misses the
Exactly.
the entire
So-
meaning. And
the one that was
You
the
got to have some sort of. But this guy's a creep. You
well,
can
the
just
one that was the
tell.
creepiest was and I feel bad for the chick, right? She's like 23, 24. She's the one that looks like an 8-year-old because she got stunted.
that
in,
one guy
in-
we were talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
Now that I feel bad for her,
Right.
but I think anybody that wants to be into her and in her is probably there's something fucked up
Yeah.
there.
She's
And
gonna
he's
get
like, oh, I found a loophole in the system.
She's gonna get grossed out by.
No, I don't think she's gonna. No,
Yeah, she will. That's why she broke up with the dude.
But what I'm saying is though, I don't think that it's gonna be almost impossible for unless she finds a blind dude.
Or a
You know what I
person
mean?
that has the same condition as her.
Yeah, that works.
Although that'd be weird. You're just like, oh, you two kids gonna go fuck now?
It's like, what's
That's
it like?
creepy. Why are you
Reverse
doing that?
pedophilia.
Yeah. Like, yeah, but I'd still have a problem with both of them. He's just,
Well, wait a minute.
now you're both fucking
You're
creeps.
27 and you're fucking this. Well, they're 27, but they look
But-
like a six-year-old.
You guys look like a cute kindergarten couple. What the fuck is going on
In
here?
a mansion. And
They have
shit.
kids?
Oh my fucking God.
Oh, man.
And their kids look totally normal.
That's usually the weird one
Yeah.
too, isn't it? They have
The
all
kids look
normal
like the
kids.
adults?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, man, that'd be so weird. Like, the kids become like 25, 26. They look like they're raising them. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
can you introduce
Parents
me to
are
your
old
kids?
enough to actually have to have diapers again. You know what I mean?
Oh, man,
they
that'd
can't
be
hold their
so
bowels
fucking
anymore,
weird.
So now
God,
you know,
imagine that. That would be the weirdest fucking family.
it's like,
Like,
the
which ones are the parents?
Benjamin Button type shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
No, that's
Well, that's. I mean, I think
what is that called? Per something?
I'm not sure what
Starts
it's
with a
called, but it's like
PER or
basically. Well, he starts out old and gets younger.
Yes,
as
but
he goes.
there's people that start out super old and they just look that way their whole life, and then they die at like 18.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
fucking
there's a couple
terrible.
of them that
like
show
that.
up. I've
What was
seen.
it? Jack. Do you remember that movie Jack with Robin Williams?
Yes,
where
it was
they
a
did
great
that?
movie.
Yeah,
I
they,
haven't
I felt so sorry
think
for the
I've
guy the
seen
whole
it.
Yeah.
fucking time,
But
and
it's
the
like,
parents as well.
you know, by the time he's high school, he looks like an old man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like kindergarten, first grade or whatever. He looks like a 35-year-old.
Yeah, he's buying booze.
Yeah, for the kids, exactly.
What the fuck? Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I've
Was
seen
it Jack?
I think it was called Jack.
Yeah, I'm
wasn't
pretty
it?
sure it was
Yeah.
Jack. But he
I haven't
played the
seen it
role
in ages.
so fucking
Yeah,
well.
no,
Like,
he was good.
he
I thought-
captured the innocence of a child. And,
Yeah.
you know, with
Robin
the
Williams
way
was-
his behaviors were, his mannerisms. It was remarkable how he
think
nailed that
Robin
role.
Williams was
Jennifer Lopez
actually an
his
excellent
teacher?
A
actor.
fantastic actor.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
was.
I mean, granted, he's a tad manic, but when you see him in a
Yes.
role where he's not, where he actually has to
He's
rein
good
it
at
in,
it.
like, yeah, Cutter was a great one that he was in.
1 hour photo.
1
I was
hour
just gonna
photo
say
was
1 hour
insane.
photo,
What's,
yeah.
what's the other one where he's like kind of in the mist the whole time? It's another one where he's like a fucking bad guy.
There's one he did with Al Pacino, where he was the bad guy.
Yeah, there's another one
I
that
forget what it was
where
called.
he's in
though.
like the mist. Like I don't know why I always see mist in my head in this one, but it's kind of a dark movie, and I don't mean dark like tone.
Well, there's
I
that
mean
Jeff
dark
Bridges
like
ones
it's
he
just
did
dark.
was, the one with Jeff Bridges, where he was the bum, and then Jeff Bridges
Oh,
was
the Fisher King.
the Fisher King.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You can see
That
his
was
cock
good.
in that one.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad that's what
he's
you.
packing heat.
I'm
too.
glad that's what you took out of it.
Well, that's Robin Williams' cock. How can you not take it?
I guess. Dude, you want to know? I
And
saw.
of course,
fu-
classic Good Morning
I saw-
Vietnam.
I saw an
Yeah.
extremely fucked
He
up
was very
video.
manic in that one, though.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
telling you about this earlier today, but I saw a fucked up video someone sent me. So there's this guy in like one of the, it's either like Florida or California because it's a palm tree area. Dude's at a gas station, pants down around his ankles, shoving a fucking fuel nozzle up his ass while jerking his dick.
Sounds like
Just
some,
out in the public.
Sounds like
As
some fucking Gigi
one
Allen shit.
Does.
No, Gigi Allen was way worse.
Oh yeah, he was. But I'm
Gigi
saying
Allen
that
was a
sounds like something he would do.
Gigi Allen was. I don't get the fucking allure of him.
I don't either.
Because
I don't either.
His music sucked.
yeah.
None of the music
Dude,
was good.
I tried watching this. There's this documentary about him. That's
I'll
on,
watch that stuff.
See, I tried to. I got about 15, 20 minutes in. And I was like, dude, I'm done.
No,
Like,
I'll watch-
it was just.
I'll watch a well-organized documentary on the guy. And same thing with other people that I have no interest in seeing their actual fucking art.
yeah.
But Gigi Allen, I don't get why people were into that. They're like,
I
oh,
don't either.
Like do you know who Gigi Allen is?
I just pulled him up. Was looking at
Yeah.
his
Dude, he would like on stage like shit in his hand and then just rub it all over
Yeah.
himself. And
self-mutilation,
He
defecating.
like
Yeah.
shoved things up his
Transgressive
ass on
acts.
stage
Yeah.
in front of
Yeah.
everybody. Like he literally go up on stage butt ass naked and fucking just defile himself in front of everybody.
and the thing is, that was supposed to be. I don't get that type
That's
of art. That's not to me.
entertainment.
You know, it's
I
kind of
don't
like
understand
what
it
was
at
that?
all.
There was a chick that did like paintings in her menstrual blood. That, like
Oh,
that's
I heard about
the
that
weird
one,
type
yeah.
of art. I just don't understand. I'm like, that's to me, that's not art. That's just you fucking. I'm weird. That's what that is.
There was one artist that, to thank her audience, she sat face to face with them for 5 minutes of silence.
That's not art. I hate people.
That'd be fucking
That's
annoying
Was
as
it
fuck.
weird.
So did
Yeah.
you? There was what? It was like 3 or
Well,
4 years
to
ago.
carry on about that was the actor that did that as well, but he was in a private room, and people were allowed to come in for 15 minutes and do whatever they want with him, and then leave. and it was what's his name? He's the young.
Yeah, but
guy.
that sounds reasonable.
Well,
Like you
well,
could
no,
talk
in
to
the
this
ending
guy.
thing? So
no,
what?
He
yeah.
got raped.
Really?
He got raped.
well,
He
that's-
even admitted, he's like, this woman raped me.
That's weird.
I got hit in the face a lot. I got
I-
spit on.
I don't know if I believe the rape then.
Go to Coffee Brand Coffee for all your coffee needs. Use the coupon code GPS1 to get 5% off your purchase.
Kevin, what's your favorite coffee?
All of them.
No, I mean, what's your favorite seasonal coffee? Which one
Pumpkin
have you
spice.
bought the most of?
The pumpkin spice.
Fuck you.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Wait,
Chick
so
doing that.
who was this that did this?
I'm trying to find his name. He's kind of an out there actor, but he's a really good actor.
there's
He was a
Joaquin
child
Phoenix.
actor. No, he was a child actor as well. But I'm
Joaquin Phoenix.
Well, I
was
know that one
so
guy,
that's-
Shia LaBeouf, does a
Shia
lot of
LaBeouf.
crazy.
Oh, he's
is
a-
that actually
Shia
him?
LaBeouf.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Because I know he does
Here-
those public things.
Yeah,
but,
that's
you know,
what
he's
he
done
did.
it
Here's the
before.
thing about
Oh.
Shia LaBeouf. It's hard to believe his shit. Do you want to know why? Because he's been fired from numerous things for being like not just an alcoholic but a complete drug addict
Yeah, and,
Oh, yeah.
and
just
fucking
being a dick, I
completely
heard,
out
yeah.
there mentally.
Yeah.
I mean, completely.
Oh yeah.
Like Brad Pitt tried saving his fucking career by putting him in Fury. Like he
I
was
didn't
the
know he was a raging alcoholic.
a
or addict.
raging alcoholic, fucking drug addict,
I mean,
like
most
everything.
are in
But he
Hollywood,
but he
but-
was so far gone that like he was jeopardizing his jobs everywhere.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of fucking alcoholics that go to work and are fine
Right.
in many types of jobs. There's fucking people that fly planes do that.
Yeah.
You know?
They have to.
Yeah, they can keep it together, and then they have to think about all those people they could have killed at home while they're wasted.
And jacking off.
Yeah, that's probably part of it too. But no, Shia LaBeouf's a nut. My favorite thing though that happened to him was he was doing some sort of fucking thing, and he was in a secret location, and enough people. I think it was 4chan. 4chan.
Was
yeah,
that the
Is
flag
this the,
thing?
is
Yes.
No,
Yeah, the
They
flag
figured
thing.
out
Yes,
where this flag
yes.
was located, and then started sending people to him, and because there was a sound in it that didn't happen in
Yeah.
any other cities. And they were like, we pinpointed it, and then they went and fucked with his stuff, kept taking his stuff down over and
Yep.
over. And which I love.
remember that.
It's
yeah.
amazing that you can find that out based on like one picture and a
Dude,
fucking sound.
There's some good fucking internet sleuths out
Yes.
there that can track that
They're
kind of shit
insane.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that whole don't kill cats or don't mess with
Oh,
cats.
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
great
Netflix,
fucking
yeah.
See, and
was
that's the thing.
brilliant.
They've also, not just to fuck with people, which there's been some really cool ones like that, but they've also solved crimes and fucking stuff like that. I was watching
You
this.
said you watched some of the Jinx?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
It's not
Oh,
on.
yeah.
It's not on Amazon. It's only on
yeah,
HBO. So
I think
haven't watched it.
I think there's like 3 or 4 episodes.
There's
right?
only like 6 total.
Oh, okay. So I think we were on episode 3 last.
Fucking
last time.
great, dude.
It is good, but you know, like there's some of those internet sleuths that have like saved people's lives and
Yeah.
shit over, you know, just by
It's
putting
amazing
it
how
all together. You
people
know,
can pinpoint, especially now that you've got, Google Maps and being able to zoom in on something and be like,
Yeah.
"Yep, that's where that is." I mean, they've even found other things, like the Google sleuths. They found a fucking missing person that was dead in this lake from like 30 years ago, and what they saw is like, it kind of looks like almost could be a car under the water. I mean, like you could barely,
Oh, from
barely,
like Google satellite
yeah,
images or something
you
like
could
that.
barely make it out.
Neat.
Right? And they fucking were like, I think that's. So they called it in, and fucking sure enough, they pulled the fucking car out, solved the missing person from like 30 years ago.
Yeah, there's several people that do interesting stuff like that.
Yeah.
He'll find images out in the desert. It's like, that looks interesting.
Yeah.
And he'll
There's some
travel
weird
there
fucking
and
shit.
see like ancient ruins or something
Yeah.
like that. And then talking about the one internet sleuths, there's a guy that has a channel where he puts himself in a specific area. Says you have 30 minutes to find me, and you get $1,000. You have to say this one phrase to me, and he just sits there with a timer in front of him.
I don't know. if
And
I
every
wanna
now and then,
spend that
someone
much
pops
effort.
up and says, someone walks up to him and says the phrase. He's like, "How the fuck did you find me?" He's like, "Oh, I live down the street. I know exactly where that is."
oh shit,
It's the phrase that pays. Well, that's easier though. I mean,
Yeah.
if you've
Yeah,
been there,
yeah,
You're like,
you know the
oh,
area."
that's the market I go to every
Right,
morning.
right.
Yeah, but you
You
have
know?
to follow the guy to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he has to have a subscriber. So if you subscribe to this guy, he goes throughout the world.
Yeah, I'm not gonna Carmen San Diego this shit.
It's kind of interesting though. It's a neat concept, and with his viewership, obviously he makes a lot of money, and is
Yeah.
able to give $1,000 every time.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean,
a neat way to approach it.
there's plenty of people that do like the whole giveaway. I mean, that's how fucking Mr.
Yeah,
Beast
yeah.
became
Yeah.
Mr. Beast.
exactly.
Is he just? I think his original thing that he did that got him money that got him money was he got a sponsorship, and then they were like, we're gonna give you 10 grand. He's like, well, no, give me 30 grand, and then I'll give that out or something like that. It was, some number different. And they're like, no, we're not gonna do. He's like, do it, and it'll come back way more. And they're like, all right, we'll take this chance. And then he just gave it to a homeless guy, all of it, every fucking dime.
Good for him.
Wow.
And the thing is, I believe that
Homeless died of an
Oh, yeah,
overdose like 2 days later.
he died in a mountain of cocaine.
That's exactly how it went down.
He built himself a fucking snow castle out of it.
He's all, like in that movie. What is it?
Cocaine Bear?
No, the one about
Cocaine
aliens.
Bear?
The one about aliens with Richard Dreyfuss.
Cocaine Bear.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Yeah, the Encounters of the Third Kind. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. You remember that? Where he's making the fucking mountain with his fucking mashed potatoes. This dude's
is
in there
important.
with fucking like a
Dude,
broom and fucking.
I have not seen that since I was a child.
Really? I haven't either. I haven't seen
Because
it.
my
probably-
parents were watching it.
Yeah,
I
it's a good movie.
I remember bits and pieces of it. Didn't it have the little alien ships or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, like I said, bits and pieces of it.
Little alien ships.
Well,
I don't remember those.
Well, no, they were.
You're thinking of batteries not included.
Nope.
Oh wait, maybe
Maybe
it
I'm-
was batteries. Not
That had the
maybe
mini.
I am.
That one had the mini.
No, because
spaceships.
I know at the end of the movie,
Yeah, you don't really
those
see
guys,
a
there's
spaceship
a big
at all.
spaceship.
Yeah, you don't see
Okay.
spaceships
Well, 'cause
at
they're
all
doing the
from very
music
early.
back and forth to
it
communicate.
must be was it batteries not included?
That's the one that had the little mini ships that flew down and this hotel, like an apartment
I don't
building.
think
that
it was batteries not included. I think that was
tear down.
wasn't batteries not included the one with Johnny Five?
No, that's
What is that one then?
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit.
Is that
yeah,
Short Circuit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they made 3 of those. And then he
Yeah.
killed a fucking
Oh, so
grasshopper.
Yeah.
Us locos kick your ass.
Yeah.
That
Us
part,
locos
yeah.
kick your face. Us locos kick your balls into outer space.
I don't know why I like that so much. And
It was good.
well another
Yeah.
And it was what's his name? Goots. The Goots. Steve Gutenberg in
Yeah,
the first one.
yeah.
well and so I've been watching The Boys lately.
Ali
which I-
Sheedy, that fucking hottie.
Then the
I've-
second one, Fisher Stevens plays an Indian guy.
So I've been
Quite well.
How
I've
are
been
you
watching
doing?
The Boys lately, and
Yes, that show's amazing.
I'd never
dude.
seen it before.
Oh,
Great.
You've seen it, right?
But it-
All
Oh
the-
yeah,
you're all
I
caught up?
read the comic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comic's even
actually
better.
It actually brought me back to a little bit of nostalgia because of Elizabeth Shue,
Yeah.
Adventures in Babysitting,
All right.
which was
yeah.
a fucking I love
Karate
that movie.
Kid.
Was she in Karate Kid?
First one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was she in the first one?
Yeah.
It's love interest. That's why she showed up.
I know
in the,
she's in Back to
the
the
Netflix
Future, but
series.
I can't remember which Back to the Future she's
third
in.
one.
No, she
No,
would be in the second.
she's
She's
the
in
wife.
the second one. She's
She
in
would
the
be in-
second one
she would be in
because
the
the
second and
first
third.
one she's playing
That's right.
his
yeah,
girlfriend.
The second one, yeah, when
but
they were actually
some,
in the future.
Yeah,
was the
some
second
other
one.
girl played the same character in the first one though.
I think
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
in,
It's a
yeah, I
different
think she's in
actress.
the
Yeah.
third also, but I don't think she's as much of a
I think-
focal point.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
No, just brought me back because I remember she was in everything back
She's a
then.
very popular actress.
Well,
very
back then,
beautiful too.
and she's still fucking good looking for
Yeah,
how
and
old
the
is she?
boys, she's a fucking
Yeah.
smoke show.
Do you
dude.
remember that movie, The Saint, with Val
Yep.
Kilmer?
Yeah.
She was hot in that.
Yep,
Fucking
fantastic.
love The
in that
Saint.
one.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Especially,
good movie.
especially when he's in disguise and everyone's like, who was it? I can't remember who it was. We're like, yeah, I didn't buy this in disguise at all, or some shit like that. It was something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause he
he
has
was
several
always
disguises
Yeah,
in
but he
that.
had one where they were just like, yeah, we don't buy this one at all. Like, I know who you are. I just remember some scene like that, and it was just like, oh yeah, he does look like Val Kilmer with glasses on this time.
He's dead now, isn't he? He passed.
No,
No, he's
he
still
had,
alive.
He had cancer,
Yeah.
throat cancer.
I thought I heard he passed though.
No,
I don't believe so.
No, he's still around.
I know that he looks like shit, but
Yeah, there's a documentary out. It's called. I think it's just called.
his
Val.
son narrated the
And,
documentary.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
documentary, and but
Nope, he's 64.
yeah,
still going.
he's still alive.
Good for him.
But he does
That's a
obviously.
tough one to see go.
Yeah, he doesn't do movies anymore. He just, I guess, goes and sees fans.
He
at,
did
like,
one.
things. Well, yeah, the Top Gun too.
Yeah.
But that's because Tom Cruise literally said, "I'm not doing the movie unless you let Val Kilmer
Yeah.
act in this."
And
You know?
he
'Cause
just
him and,
and the
I guess
thing
they're
is-
good. They're old friends.
Well, they
so-
also
yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
They made it somewhat believable that you've got throat cancer just like you had in real life, and
I'll have to write that in.
and
Thanks for
yeah.
getting cancer, Val. We
and-
appreciate that.
And now he just types things to you, which is fine.
yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it.
No.
Although they didn't need to kill him off in it.
No, I don't think they.
That
needed
part
to
was
either.
kind of weird.
I haven't
I don't
seen
know
it,
why
so
they-
thank you.
you
He's
haven't?
fine. Everything's
Yeah,
fine.
he's
I didn't
great.
watch the
He's
first
great.
one. I'm not going to watch the second one.
The first one's great.
Yeah, the first one's an
Fuck
awesome
Top
movie.
Gun.
Top Gun's
The video
awesome.
game was fun, but I don't like the.
The video game was not fun.
No,
it was
it
the most
wasn't.
fucking
You
frustrating
can't
game
ever
ever.
fucking land on
Yeah.
the goddamn.
You can't land the fucking plane, dude.
You guys suck. Then.
No.
Nobody could land
No,
the fucking plane.
here
I
was the
landed
worst
it
part.
every time.
If you landed it, then you had to refuel later. Did you ever make it to that? Refueling was almost more
I
impossible.
never landed the
Yeah,
fucking
refueling
thing.
was a pain in the ass.
It was the most fucking dude. The most
I'm
frustrating.
lined
game.
up. I swear to
Yes.
God, I'm lined up.
You're like, how is this not fucking perfect?
Just
and
keep
then it
moving
just
around.
fucking moves off to the side, and you're like,
The
oh,
plane
I guess
takes
I'm
off.
dead.
You're like, God damn it. Yeah, I remember that.
Dude.
It was a fun fucking game.
No, it was not. The only fun part was shooting down Russian planes and missiles.
Yeah.
You had to shoot the missiles to fucking stop
Yeah.
them. Which is funny because that's how every fucking flight game was back in the fucking
Back in the
like
old days,
80s, 90s.
Uh-huh.
You know, even some early
You gotta
2000s.
shoot them as they're coming
Yes.
in. You know, yeah.
You'd see a missile coming in, and all of a sudden you'd have to shoot it down. You're like, no countermeasures, nothing like that. You can't just turn.
We're not gonna be fancy with it. We're
no,
not gonna
no
be
chaff
fancy
for
with it.
you.
None. Fuck.
It's
Well,
just
that's the thing. In real life, you have to know which countermeasures to use at what time.
Do tell, Shane.
I don't
I'm
know.
Sure the world wants to know.
I don't know. I haven't played enough DCS. I'll figure it out on that
Gotcha.
game.
You're in the old primitive planes, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of the primitive stuff. I like the old planes that you have to like hand crank fucking the propeller.
Right.
It's fun. Flying in the 40s.
What's the one that has the gear crank on the side that warms it up like a tank? I saw one guy
know-
fire one of those up too. I was like, that looks fucking cool as
I
shit.
think the Junkers Ju-88 had that.
Yeah.
That was the dive bomber.
He's sitting there just
fuck,
going.
what was the one that they
needed
called
two guys
that?
to get it going, but man, it was wild. And then he had pulled it off and it's here running. And then he hits like a taps it or something and then fires the fucking thing.
Can you
And
look that up? So look up Junkers startup.
not the.
Junkers Ju-88 startup.
It was a really cool
It-
thing.
it-
Hey,
so the-
there's that smiling face again.
Oh man, it's that. And I'm sure it's the only thing Carlos Mencia did that was funny, and I'm sure he stole that too.
It probably did.
Ju-8 startup. Let's see if they have any images of it starting up. Because I know that it had like a hand crank. Oh, that's the Ju-88. I'm thinking of the other one. What's the dive bomber?
It had a front prop, not two side
Yeah,
props.
yeah. It's a dive bomber. It's the one that fucking had the siren when it would dive. It did that as a psychological thing.
I have no idea.
I don't know
Yeah, you
much
know
about
playing
planes.
Shane.
Now I don't. Now I'm mad.
You're
that I
asking
got the
us,
wrong
and we're like,
fucking one.
the one with the airplane and wings,
Yeah.
got the pilot in the front.
made the sound.
Does it got two wings or one?
It's a Junkers, but Junkers dive bomber. Ju-87. The Stuka.
Stuka, I know that name.
Stuka bomber. Yeah. Stuka Ju-87. Of course, I'm off by one fucking number.
That figures how it goes, isn't it?
Well, you know why? It's
I
because they just
So this one?
yeah,
they
that
just
looks familiar.
recently released the Ju-88 in the flight sim that I play, so you can actually now fly that thing around.
Neat.
The Ju-88, but
That's a
this has
pretty
been in
bird
it
right
forever.
there. Look at that thing.
Well, the thing is, so they built on the Ju-87, they built into it this fucking this alarm that you would turn on as you were dive bombing, and it was
That's what you hear those sound effects for in like
Yes,
a lot of
that-
movies. Yeah.
as it
Keep
dove
going, guys.
down.
Keep going. That's great. Keep going.
Kevin, see if you can capture that. We'll use it later.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
pull that one up and save it.
Oh, here's one under the water.
That's right,
wonder-
Kevin.
He
It is
had a
water.
bad day.
Wow, you got it correct.
There's one in the sky.
Hey, look at this one's at an angle.
This one's in pieces.
Yeah, Kevin, you do have a childlike view of fucking the world. What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey, look what this one's got a mini one on top of it. What the fuck, dude?
That doesn't look
I
like the other
hope that
picture.
Kevin. I hope you have this as the fucking thing to playing on OBS, because if not, this is not as funny. God damn it, you
they're
didn't.
not.
Son of a bitch. The little plane on it would have been so funny, and same with the water one. That would have been fucking great. God damn it. Oh,
But
well.
that was a cool.
We missed
I
out
mean,
on one.
We went off on a tangent there, but yeah.
Yeah, but
From
it's a cool ass fucking plane.
what was the movie we're talking about? Val Kilmer got
Val
us there.
Kilmer. Oh, Top Gun.
Yeah.
Val
Top
Kilmer
Gun.
got us there.
Top Gun into Top Gun, the fucking video game,
Yeah.
into how flight sims back then were not sims; they were just shoot down missiles.
Yeah.
So now you can do a lot of fun shit in them.
But they are very
So
exceptional. I'm
realistic
still
now.
trying to get. I'm still trying to find Battlefield Vietnam as a way to download and play that game.
You know, it was a really
That
good
was a
one.
good game.
I loved that game so much, but I just can't find it. I
think-
get all the other Battlefields, but not that one.
Hmm.
I think the game we played. Remember the game Viet Cong?
Oh yeah, Viet Cong was
We
good.
played that
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Have you ever
we
played
talked-
that?
We talked about that.
Although
before.
So
I
good.
still loved Battlefield Desert Combat.
Yeah, Battlefield
that,
1942
that mod
with the
yeah.
mod Desert Combat. Me and Kevin in a fucking it was either an Apache. No, it was not an Apache. It was the Cobra.
Yeah,
It's a
it wasn't the
badass-
Apache.
The
it's a
UH-1Z.
yeah, it's a badass helicopter.
So we would be in that because I was good at flying helicopters, and Kevin was like, "Yeah, I'll fucking gun for you."
yeah.
So Kevin would just get in the gun. I would fucking like hover under a bridge till things started driving across it, and I'd be like, "Whoop."
Yep. Surprise,
just-
motherfuckers!
Yeah, it was
He
fucking
would just
awesome.
unload
Yeah.
on everything.
Well, they're doing. I mean, obviously it's just side mods, but still on Helldivers they're doing skin mods that are fantastic. Buzz Lightyear.
That's actually kind of funny.
There's a one guy.
Their
that
suits
was,
actually I kind of lend to that.
Yeah, there's. I mean, obviously Master Chief. You go down
Really?
as Master Chief now. You can go down as
I haven't played in a while.
Guardians
so
of the Galaxy. All of them.
Wow.
all the
See, I
skins
never
from that.
understood the Halo. Everybody loving Halo.
You didn't like it?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
Really?
you weren't an Xbox fan.
It's
so
not even
that's
Xbox.
I love the
fine.
Halo
Yeah,
games.
Halo was fantastic.
it's not
man.
even Xbox. I'm not that into the super futuristic
Oh,
like that. I'm just not.
Well, I think that's the one that revolutionized PvP.
And I think
Because
Counter-Strike-
because
well,
it was console PvP.
Console
yeah,
PvP.
because
yeah.
you couldn't put the console online. You could put it through a
LAN.
IP a LAN party and do it that way. But PvP was strictly dedicated to the console.
Yeah, dude, I remember
itself.
back in the day.
PlayStation did that
Well,
too.
I remember back in the day, me and my buddies would have like
On the first one.
Xboxes in different rooms, and we'd
Yeah.
all be playing
Yeah.
Halo
Yeah.
connected. You know,
So
You'd
PlayStation.
call your buddy up. Was like, connect it right now. Here's the address, and let's try to
Yeah.
do that. And then we'd play 4-on-4 and on Gulch or
So
or
Blood
Blood
Gulch.
Yeah,
fucking
it
great.
was a badass
Yeah.
map.
PlayStation on the PlayStation 1 had that.
Yeah,
What you did is it
but
had
did
a
it have Halo?
no,
No,
it didn't.
So
no,
but,
they
but what
didn't.
I'm saying though
Shove it up your ass then.
is they this is how we played Command and Conquer. We'd be in two separate rooms, so we didn't get to see what the other person was
Right.
building.
I've done that before.
Yeah,
with people
well,
Command and
yeah, we were
Conquer.
over
Yeah.
at John's house.
Yep.
But the beauty of that, what I'm saying, with the PvP era started with that, in my opinion, with Halo and putting
Well,
out LAN parties.
I
Because yeah,
would
you could do PC PvP, but
Yeah, I
was
console
gonna say-
PvP
See,
was
because I was
so
going to say
fucking fun.
before then you had
Shooters,
stuff
anyway.
like Quake, and you had
Quake
things
probably
like that.
revolutionized
Yeah,
it more.
but that was
I
PC.
do remember actually doing
But
Hex
that was
and all
PC.
that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember.
I was
going
gonna
to
say
PC.
Quake was probably the number one for
Yeah.
that, and
That-
that's
I mean,
probably
they-
where they got
They
that
went
from.
on several different. I mean, that went on a fantastic tangent. Quake did.
Quake?
The engine, anyway, and all the cool
Well, yeah,
games that
Quake,
came out of
Quake
it.
used Unreal, right?
Yeah.
Like the early Unreal.
Was the original use of it?
No,
I
no,
thought
no,
it was.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Unreal.
no. That's the Unreal Tournament did that. It was because that was the Unreal Engine.
I know, but I thought
Quake
Quake
used
used
the
it.
ID. It was an IdTech engine that they used.
I thought it was actually called the Quake engine, wasn't it?
I think it was the Quake.
It
engine,
might have
yeah.
been.
Yeah.
Quake
Uh,
was Quake was fun.
Oh, I love the
And
Quake
to me,
games.
like the only futuristic game that I really loved was Perfect Dark.
Oh, Perfect Dark was good.
That was a fun
It was
one.
basically
Did you ever play that?
It was the spin-off from Goldeneye.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
It was so they were
Same-
supposed
So
to.
no.
same
They were
like,
supposed to make a sequel to Goldeneye, and then they lost the
Yeah.
license.
Yeah.
And then
So they
they're
made their
like,
own game.
Well, we'll just make this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So it's the same like gameplay,
Yes.
you know, which is great because
Which is why it
Goldeneye
was
was
fun.
awesome. Yeah.
But they also added in bots that you could play with as your teammates, which they didn't
Yeah.
have in Goldeneye. Goldeneye was just like a free for all against bots and the other person, or you could just play 1-on-1.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love fighting the computer. I love that.
Dude,
Dude,
yeah,
that's what
Goldeneye's great.
you would have loved. Perfect Dark.
So fun.
Perfect Dark was fun because they had these things called a laptop gun, and
Yeah.
it looked like a laptop, and then you just throw it out, and it would fucking fold, and it was a sentry gun,
Neat.
and you would just set that in a doorway. You knew all the bots were gonna come through, and then you'd go the other way and fucking kill them as they're going.
I mean, speaking Helldiver, I've done such cinematic events as well. Like you pull up any Helldiver videos that are actually really popular. There's some crazy shit
Aren't
that
you
I've seen people
gonna
do.
start streaming it or some shit?
I've been trying to. I just can't get it. I can't get the frame per second right on this.
That's the problem.
I think I'm going to try to use a different program and not OBS for it. I think that's why I might actually try to find a Twitch program.
Well, one of the problems is
do it?
I think probably your video card versus streaming,
right.
it may not be good enough to do good quality stuff.
Yeah, it looks terrible. And
Yeah.
if I want good quality, yeah, I can't have a video recording while I'm doing it.
That's the problem.
So Yeah, I can record it fine, but I can't record it with me in the video watching me.
Yeah.
So, but no, the videos I've seen of people playing this game are some fucking crazy things they've done. Like they figured out how to jump on top of chargers now.
Really?
And ride them.
Holy fuck!
And
I fucking hate those fuckers.
those
man.
are the worst ones.
Dodge
The little-
Charger?
No, these
Oh.
little I can't even remember what they're called. The little hop around goddamn things.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what they're called, but I hate
attack the
them.
shit because 5 of them come out.
Yeah,
right?
and when they hit you, it slows
Ha-
your character down,
slows you down, half your health's gone, and there's 5 of them jumping on you. It
and they can
fucking
literally
sucks.
go from 100 feet away to just flying right
Yeah,
at you.
and they have the AI to
Fuck 'em.
dodge. So every gun has a laser point at it, right? A laser sight,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they avoid the laser sight.
Oh, because they know that you're shooting at them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
They're
they're the
smart
only,
little
Yeah,
fuckers,
they're
yeah.
the only creatures that do that. But they're
Yeah, they'll jump,
yeah. As soon as
dive
the
this
laser
way, dive that
hits
way.
them, they jump out of the way. It's
Mhm.
fucking
Can you
annoying.
turn your laser off?
Nope.
Oh, well, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough. So you have to get them in air, or as when they're
Yeah.
right up.
Because, I
on
mean,
you.
in real life, you're not going to have your laser on all the time.
Yeah, well,
It's a bad way to
Right.
in
show
real
the
life,
enemy
we're
where
not
you're
being
at.
taken over by bugs and aliens and shit from
Yeah,
Starship
but you'd have to
Troopers.
think that bugs might be smart enough to see light.
Yeah, well,
They can see already.
it's
so-
still, I mean, playership on that has dropped immensely because of the whole Sony thing.
Yeah.
They're not recouping.
Well,
from
wait,
that,
hey, I heard
unfortunately.
that they backed off on that.
They
Yeah,
did,
they
but
did.
Yeah.
they've already lost their.
Really?
It would be
for it,
so
unfortunately.
great.
Wow.
I mean, today I was back up to 117, which isn't bad, but the last couple of days it's been 20K, if that.
See,
Wow.
It would be so great if they had a bug in there that was like a cat with a laser. It just chased it around.
Put a bomb on it or something like
Yeah.
that. Send it out. Oh,
be
that's not a
fucking
bad
great.
idea. Yeah.
That'd be a great it's just one of the bugs that you could do that to. If
Well,
you catch it, you could fucking put a bomb on
That's
it.
the beauty. That's the beauty of this game is it's progressively new characters are introduced and new planets are
Yeah.
introduced. So that's what's cool about this game is it's consistently or constantly changing.
Yeah.
I love that too. Even the armor now is getting much better for certain environments. Like you got a snow armor now for the snow
Yeah.
planet for Hoth, basically.
Yeah.
But it's
Nice.
really neat how they've
You get a
designed
laser
the
sword.
They should implement that as
They
well.
should, because they don't have any kind of weapons like
There's
that.
no melee
There's no
weapons at
melee
all.
weapons.
Because in Lords of the Fallen, I have a laser
Well,
sword.
that's great.
I just beat that game too.
Yeah, I saw
Finally.
you post that on Instagram. You're done with it, huh? That
I
quick.
yeah.
How many
Yeah,
hours
well,
you put into
well,
that? You
probably
suppose
3 weeks of fucking playing it.
Sounds
Playing
like
it every
70
night.
hours or so.
It's probably close to that. It's my
That's not
guess.
too bad.
And I'm going through a second playthrough right now because I want to do there's 3 endings to it, so I want to do all the endings.
Yeah, like Elden Ring had what,
Eh,
10?
eh, Elden Ring.
Jesus,
I think it's
really?
even got secret endings that are not within the fucking main ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many endings to
Do you have
Elden
to
Ring.
do some specific things.
Well, it's because
to
of
get
quest
it?
lines.
Yeah.
So if you do certain quest lines but not others, you'll get one ending. If you do another set of quest lines, and then decisions that you make, I don't know, at the bottom of a pit that's kind of like hell,
Ah.
where you got to get naked, Kevin.
Yeah, and,
Naked.
and hug a fiery hand. Let
See, I
it
didn't-
embrace you.
I didn't do that
that
yet.
sounds-
Oh, I did that.
No, see,
Interesting.
I didn't do that.
I do that every
I-
goddamn
it-
time.
it's. I think it's the only ending though that you can reverse when you fucking get locked into it.
Yeah.
But you have to have you have to do a part of a
It's
quest line.
extremely specific if you want
Yes,
it to not. be
very
that way.
specific.
Yeah, it's
So if you
crazy
don't
to-
do a certain specific quest line up to a certain point,
fucked.
you're now locked
Yep.
into that ending, no matter what.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what's crazy about the game. I mean,
Can't wait for the fucking a month.
DLC is in
A
a month. Yep, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
It
dude.
better fucking be.
We saw the video. It looks fantastic.
Well, the fact that now you can have as your main fucking weapons throwing weapons, that's pretty fucking cool.
It
So it's
needs
kind
to
of like
be.
another spell,
right.
but with physical damage or something.
Well, then you don't have weapons in your hand anymore.
Nah, but they're multiple. You can throw them over and over. And my guess is it
you got like an
has to
ammo counter. Or
Hey, I
something?
30
don't-
on,
it's either-
30 on
you
each
know.
hand or something.
Well, I was
like
gonna
that.
say it's either an ammo counter or it counts your endurance. So
there's
as you
cur-
run
Oh,
out,
curries,
yeah,
you can
yeah.
hang on to them and just use as a melee weapon.
I don't
as
know how
well.
they're gonna implement it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's a boomerang. You know,
That would be cool if you could go back and forth from throwing to using it as a
it
melee
might. It
weapon,
might have
you know?
like the light attack is
trigger.
just throwing it, and then
Mhm.
your heavy attack is stabbing with it, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That would be kind of
We'll
cool.
see how it plays out in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that is going to be
Watch, it's nothing like what we were saying.
it's garbage.
Yeah.
How much did that piss you off though? It's just fucking.
It just
trash.
immediately crashes. You don't even get to play. There's games that have come out like that.
Well, Helldivers did that for me the first day I
Yeah.
installed it, dude.
Yeah,
I was
right,
pissed.
yeah, I
I was
know,
like,
man.
I'm done.
Oh, we
Yeah.
know you were pissed. We had a long fucking paragraph
oh my
about
god,
it.
I was so mad.
I was
about
like sitting
that.
there like, dude, just wait.
You yelling at Kevin.
They don't
You
know.
so
They
mad.
didn't know it would get this popular, man.
Yeah, it
Give
was-
it a chance.
I know. Literally, I think they thought that half the players were going to play.
Yeah.
They had another company altogether said, "Hey, we're willing to give you some server space."
Really?
It's like, yeah, we will help fight democracy, or we'll help
Manage democracy.
anytime you need it. So I think they've taken advantage of that as well. Some more server space, but again, the Sony thing really crushed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Sony, dude.
It was not a great idea for Sony to do that.
Well, that too, and
If
it
it was
sounds like there is no plan to move it to Xbox.
If
as
it was-
as
well,
it stands right now,
I don't think that there will be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was before the Sony debacle. They were in talks of making it available on the Xbox.
Yeah, I just usually when Sony somehow gets a hold of something, it's same with Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't allow anybody to touch their shit.
Yeah,
They're
Especially
like, no,
if
we'll
it's
have
something
PC.
really popular.
Yeah.
They want
that's
that
why you don't see Halo
exclusivity.
on any other platform.
Yeah, well,
Same
it's on
thing-
PC.
Yeah, I was
now,
gonna say
but
Microsoft will allow PC.
Yeah.
So will PlayStation.
Because it's Microsoft.
right,
But
right.
PlayStation will allow the PC also. They did that with Days Gone. Days Gone.
Oh, you're right. You're
Days
right.
Gone
yeah.
initially was just a
Just
Sony
on
exclusive.
PlayStation. Yeah.
And what Sony does though is a little different than Microsoft. Microsoft will usually release them at the same time on PC and Microsoft or the Xbox, but Sony usually goes exclusive rights for the first year.
See how
and
well
then
it does.
and then we'll release it on the PC.
Oh.
No, they not to see how well it does because they want all the money first, or you to go out and have to buy a PlayStation to be one of the first players to play.
And that's something that I
it
would have
works.
done, depending on the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought a whole new Xbox just for that Star Wars game.
I loved playing fucking Days Gone. It was fun as fuck.
Days
yeah.
Gone is a great game.
Yeah.
I got that on PS4.
I had it on PS4, and then I bought it on PC to play it again, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, it's way better on a mouse.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Because it had wonky controls. I don't know.
Yeah,
You played The Last of Us.
y-
Last of Us had
yes.
similar controls.
Yes.
And I did. That's the one gripe I had with The Last of Us is the controls for shooting, terrible.
Yeah, they were pretty terrible.
And they're terrible in this game. The melee stuff's fine, but that's what it's
yeah.
designed
See
around.
and that's the thing on Days Gone. It'd be like I have zombies coming at me and I'm trying to shoot at them, but because of the control sticks and everything, I'm
Yes.
like missing my shots
By like
Oh,
an
that's
inch.
got to be frustrating.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
fuck, dude.
And the hordes are like hundreds of
yeah.
zombies.
They
and
come
they run.
at you like tons of them.
See,
They
that sounds
run.
like fun, dude.
Yeah, it's fun as fuck.
And not only that,
that's
but they'll
cool.
like if you try to like get away and like get on a building or something like that, they will. They're smart enough
Yeah.
to fucking climb up shit.
They
and get up
pathfind
to
to
yeah.
you.
Neat.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pretty cool. But you can also there's things you can like set up like there's environmental
Yeah.
sort of traps that you can set up, and or use to your
Yeah.
advantage.
There's so much in that game that was just great.
Yeah.
They're making a second one,
I heard that.
so
Yeah.
I can't
'Cause-
wait for that.
Well, and that's good too because originally they ended up. I guess they weren't going to, and
Yes.
now it's because I think also because of the PC release, it got
Well,
even more popular.
part of the problem was I think when it first started, it ran into some of the similar problems that a lot of games did. Actually, no, it didn't. It was a good game when it started, but it got bad reviews from a few of the big channels that do reviews.
Oh,
But
I see.
everybody that picked it up afterwards was like, "This game's actually great."
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of people that are like, "This game's not bad." Well, I don't know why they thought it was bad. I think it also came out, unfortunately, during a time when a couple other big games came out.
Oh, so they were in
Yeah,
competition.
yeah,
so
the timing wasn't.
I think
Typically
The Last
what
of Us,
happens.
The Last of Us 2 might have come out right around the same time.
It may have.
Because I think that's the reason I
Uh,
picked up a PlayStation 4 at the time was because to play The Last of Us.
It's a brilliant model.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a new game coming out. It didn't work on the previous console. Sometimes
Yeah.
it does, but no, not this time.
What do you mean?
That Star Wars.
Oh
one
yeah,
I did,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It's a
Anything that's XS on it now, I can't use on any other console. I've got 3 consoles
but that's the thing
that
though.
are obsolete, essentially.
It kind of makes sense though because if the information is too much, they're not going to downscale it
Yeah.
to put on a fucking shittier PC.
Yeah, build to the console, though. Don't build past it.
What do you mean?
When they make a game.
Didn't they build to the console?
Yeah, they build to the X. They didn't build. What I'm saying,
What are you saying?
I'm saying, don't build. Well, I guess it would make sense to build for the proper console.
Yes, you're building it for the current generation.
Yeah.
It's like
you're not gonna fucking run on a 1996 Dell all the games you're playing
Well,
now.
and there's only so many games that they do that where it's like, they'll make a PS5 and then a PS4
Yeah,
version
some of them
it.
they do.
Some they do, but some the games are just too, intensive.
Like
graphically
Ghost of
intensive.
Tsushima, they did a PlayStation 5 director's cut. So
Oh, okay.
you get the upgraded graphics. I mean, the gameplay's the same.
Yeah.
But luckily, it only costs like, I don't know, $10 more if you already had the original PlayStation 4 one. So I was like, cool, I'll get it.
Hey,
Didn't
not a
mind
bad
that.
deal. I do like when developers do that, where it's like, say they'll put out like a reimagining or whatever of a game, and then if you own the original, you'll get it for free or for a discount or something like that.
Yeah, it
some
works.
of them do that. Quake 2, actually, if you own the original Quake 2, you got the upgraded version when they remastered it recently. You got it for free, as long as you had it in your game library or
So
whatever.
they did something similar, but for The Last of Us 2, PlayStation 5, they did. It's like $10 if you have the original.
See, that's a good deal too.
So,
yeah.
I'm thinking
They
about
did
getting
that
it.
with all the Star Wars Battlefronts too, didn't they?
I don't remember
I
on
don't-
that one.
I don't
Discount
know.
them.
Battlefront 2 was so fucking fun.
That was a fun game.
You
That
talking
was a
about the
great
original
game.
Battlefront 2?
I think
not
if you
the,
got
the
Battlefront
EA
2,
one.
yeah.
Not the later one they made, right?
That one was actually pretty good too.
It was okay, but I think the original was better. The old PS2 one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I played that
With
one.
the droid
a ton.
decas and all that.
Yes.
shit?
Yes.
That was fun as
Those
fuck.
were great.
Yeah, those were fun.
I
games.
would be them all the time and just roll around everywhere.
Yeah, I hated the heroes
Probably
that
wrap
showed
it up.
up, but
Yeah, I think we're.
Oh, we're
We're
done.
at
Yeah, we're-
119, yeah.
We need to
Wait.
set up a timer, a bigger timer, so I can see.
You
Or
don't need
something
to
on
see it.
that. I bet you
Well,
there's a timer on that, too, on that.
there probably is one. Thank you for listening. Kevin's brought in the ending music.
Damn
Our
right.
new ending
Well done.
music. Yay! Follow us on the socials. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Fucking like, subscribe. Do all that shit. Tell your friends. And to the person, we are hiding our faces. We look terrible. That's why we have the mics. All right, goodbye.
No time for drugs, on front line, takes to pop culture. We'll preach your